Cyberpunk to have something like Cyberpunk was hands down the most disappointing game that I've ever played. And I saw it happening towards it was, about to get released. And I remember some people in my community, it was one of my most, when I say my most disliked video, I have to say it's like 90% like ratio. So it wasn't like that, but I got a lot of backlash for talking about that. And it was funny. They never release an incomplete game and all this other shit because, everybody looked at CD Projekt Red like, everybody nickels and dime you except CD Projekt Red. No microtransactions. It's going to be great. And that shit was dead on arrival. And the only game that I think I've ever played as of recently where I couldn't play it. Like, there's one thing for it to have bugs and I have to it was literally unplayed. That game was unplayable on console. Unfucking playable. And y'all go see one of my most viewed videos were Cyberpunk videos of me talking about it and playing it, or my long form review after a hell of hours playing it because I had to switch to the PC because that was the only place I could fucking play the goddamn thing. It was alright for what it was, but it certainly wasn't marketed for. It wasn't what it was marketed as. This whole next generation kind of life simulation RPG was not that. Go watch, and for those of you that still think that they didn't lie about that shit, go watch my video where we go through all the history of what they presented this shit as, what it was supposed to be. It's almost the complete fucking opposite of what they promised that game was going to be. You know what I mean? And it was like, yeah, I was right about it. So, I mean, suck my dick, bitch, for all you guys that were fucking all pissy about it. And now you had to eat crow. That's what you get. And I ain't gonna apologize for it. That's what your bitch ass get. Eat crow, motherfucker. The bitch was dead on arrival. You still ain't got no fucking useful fucking like actual expansion upon that shit. That shit was dead on arrival. You suck CD Projekt's dick and you got nothing out of it. So you get what you fucking deserve. To all you crackhead motherfuckers who were getting mad at me because I was pointing the shit out like this shit is gonna be in bad shape. I don't give a fuck. He don't have microtransactions, so it's gonna be the greatest thing in the world because they're not trying to nickel and dime you. And you got a broke ass fucking unplayable joke of a fucking game. So you get all you mother Witcher lovers, because Witcher was fucked on arrival too. Witcher 3, I remember that vividly, but everybody forgets because everybody's so hyped up on microtransactions, right? Game doesn't have microtransactions, therefore microtransaction equals good. And I'm like, you stupid bitch, that's not how this works. That's not how it works. So a lot of you crackhead motherfuckers owe an apology to me. Hell, if anything, I should go back on those old videos I did, start calling motherfuckers by name. And because those comments, I can still look up those comments. Start calling y'all by name, you crackhead bitch. Motherfuckers calling me out. I got motherfuckers making videos talking about he's lost it because I'm talking about CD Projekt Red. Like, no, I saw it coming. Me and Ryan, I remember Ryan from Arcade Outpost as well, we were getting destroyed by these cats on the internet because these CD Projekt Red fanboys wanted to believe that game was going to be something that it wasn't. It was going to be something that it was. All I did was put two and two together. I said, first of all, y'all have a fake recollection of Witcher 3's launch. That shit was almost unplayable. It was playable, but it was buggy as fuck. That's why we called it Glitcher 3, right? So you had Glitcher. I put two and two together, the constant pushbacks, all the internal conflicts. I was like, this is fucked. And people were like, well, the CD Projekt Red, no microtransactions, single player game, it's gonna be okay. No, it wasn't. And it was unfucking playable for me on console. I could not play the game. Like, imagine that. Imagine the bitch had to get taken off a fucking store because it was so fucking unplayable. That's what you get. That's what you fucking get. Thinking and all that shit came from is this fucking sellout fucking hack creatives that got all of y'all thinking microtransactions. It's because of microtransactions the gaming industry is where it at. So because you crackhead bitches will listen to guys like Young and Angry Joe and Jim Sterling who don't even know what the fuck gender he is these days. Y'all were listening to them and they allowed the conversation to be controlled when I was like, no, there's fundamentally economic issues with the gaming industry. It doesn't matter if it has microtransactions or not. It could be fucked. And that's exactly what you got. Poster child. CD Projekt Red, everybody nickels and dime, EA, Blizzard, and all these other companies that nickel and dime you. CD Projekt Red would never do that. Young Yeah can't stop chilling for this fucking shit. And it was the apparent. You say what you will about fucking EA games. I ain't never had an EA game do what Cyberpunk did for me. Never. Never had an EA game do anything like that. As busted and broken as some of those games could be, I had never had a... CD Projekt Red was the only game in recent history that I played that I couldn't actually play. Not that it was buggy, I literally couldn't fucking play it. Matter of fact, since I'm hyped up, amped up, and it's a Friday, let's go watch my video on that real quick. Because I want y'all to see this shit. Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all my fucking Cyberpunk experience. Hold up. This is my Cyberpunk experience right here. Everybody. This is my experience.
I'm tired.
No microtransactions though. Single player game, no microtransactions.
Not want to stream this fucking game.
No, that's not what they want me to do.
I know how it.
Whoa. Man, relax. Everybody relax. This is my experience. I couldn't play this game. And this isn't on previous consoles.
Press F's to wash face.
Can't look in the mirror.
I can't even wash my face without this damn game crashing, man.
It was unfucking playable. I literally could not play the game. I had to play it on a completely different fucking rig. That's Dr. Disrespect. Fucking, hold up, idiot. I guess he's live right now, so he's fucking screaming his head off. But I couldn't play this fucking game. I could not play. I, of course, got my money back, but I couldn't play the game. It was on and this wasn't on PS4, it was on PS5. I couldn't play it. I couldn't play it. And then even on PC, people were like, well, it wasn't like it was optimized for PC either. I got a fucking 3080 and it's bringing the 3080 to its fucking knees. To its knees upon launch. Good luck. You gotta be in an area where nobody's fucking moving with the settings on potato settings for you to even get 60. Good luck getting 60 frames on that bitch when you in the area. And then, not to mention, I got motherfuckers T-posing all across the goddamn shit. That game was broke, man. It was broke. Unplayable it was. It was unfucking playable, and it wasn't optimized for PC either. But hey, it was a single player game from your beloved CD Projekt Red, and it had no microtransactions, which, according to you crackhead motherfucking leftist dipshit economically illiterate content creators in the gaming space, that should be a recipe for success for the game, right? Because no microtransactions equals complete finished games. Bull fucking shit. It was always a lie. There was always a lie that was perpetuated, more specifically by 3 crackhead motherfuckers on the internet that have great followings. Young Yeah, Angry Joe, and Jim Sterling. They were all wrong. However, they controlled the conversation and got the whole community acting like the core issue with these games was the fact that they had microtransactions. That was a lie. There were plenty of games that didn't have them that were also fucking broke. Cyberpunk being the main one, and that was more unplayable than any fucking FIFA that I've ever played where you got them trying to nickel and dime you. That wasn't ever the problem. Stop listening to economically illiterate, because they look at it from, they're not capitalists. They're fucking socialists. All 3 of the people that I named are fucking socialists. So all they look at it from are from an economic standpoint. So they look at it like they're greedy, greed corporation. And that's why games are incomplete now. No, they're incomplete because they're incomplete. That's it. Cyberpunk proved it. Now y'all need to shut the fuck up. So anybody still perpetuating that lie, right? Now my mic done fell off. But if you're still perpetuating that lie, you're full of shit. You're wrong. You're objectively wrong about that. Stop blaming this is a guy I play games that I hate pay to win. So y'all know how I feel about fucking microtransactions. But you're a dumb son of a bitch and you letting these companies off the hook. If you blame incomplete games being released in the current fucking era on microtransactions, you dumb son of a bitch, how many more examples do we have to show you? It's not the microtransactions. It's the fact that they're just broke games. That's it. It's not the microtransactions. I promise you. The mic can't even look at this. The mic's gone. Let me fix this shit. I'm glad I got reminded of that. I'm so glad I got reminded of what of that whole CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk. It was Andrew that popped it off. Cause I should have went at y'all. I should have went at y'all a lot harder than what I did when that broke piece of shit fucking game got released. I should have, cause I'm telling you, it was the only time that I had ever, for the most part, yeah, I have a hot take here and there, but that was the only time in the gaming space that I had got so much backlash when I was critical of CD Projekt Red, and all of the things that I said would happen happened. I was as right as I was as right about CD Projekt Red as I was about the COVID shit, right? I was as right about that as I was, and some of y'all got it disastrously wrong, and they never apologized for it either. None of you crackheads apologizing. These content creators ain't never walk it back either. They never walked it back. Just saying. Broke games are broke. That's just simple and plain. There's other, and this is why I say it's so stupid for everybody to focus so much on microtransactions and microtransactions alone, because you letting these companies get away with dog shit. Because then you put so much focus on one aspect, and you think if that aspect is created, the gaming industry is saved. No, it's not. They got all kinds of shit fucking wrong with them right now, man. Period. That's a cop-out. That's an easy thing to do. Oh, game doesn't perform like I want it to be. Must be because microtransactions. I'm like, you dumb, retarded motherfucker, man. How many games have been released that have also been broken that don't have microtransactions? Plenty. One, the most hyped game of our fucking generation, Cyberpunk, overhyped game of our generation, Cyberpunk was exactly that. And it was incomplete and unfucking playable. It was the worst probably of all of them because it was incomplete and they fucking lied about what that game was supposed to be. Incomplete and it was broke. Man, you only paid for it one time. So congratulations, nigga. Only game that I played in the recent era where I literally, like, not that it was bugged, not that it crashed, that I literally couldn't play the motherfucker, man. I couldn't play it. So they were damn right to release, be able to have us get our fucking, like, people act like that. Oh, well, other companies wouldn't do that. Cyberpunk is so, they tried to even spin that. Other companies would never issue refund. Motherfucker, you sold me something that I couldn't play. You bitch motherfucker, you better give me my refund. What do you mean? You act like they doing us a favor for giving us some shit we paid for it, and you act like they giving us a favor, doing us a favor by giving our money back. You dumb motherfucker. They ain't doing no favor. That's what they owe. They owe me money for paying for something that I couldn't play. Why are you gonna give them props for that? They still wouldn't concede it. CD Projekt Red fanboys still couldn't concede it. They never could concede it. Well, that says a lot more than what these other companies would do. They sold the people a game that literally could not be played. What makes you think they didn't owe us money? If anything, they should have gave me $80, $20 more. They owe me money for wasting my goddamn time. I can't get that shit back. They should have overpaid. Shit. Should have gave me $80, $20 out for a fee for me to test your dog shit. That's what you should have been doing. Motherfuckers T-posing all over the goddamn place. Got to put the shit on potato settings to get above 60 frames. On PC at that. Now, at least I could play it on PC, but damn. It's not like it was optimized. And the only game that I played that ever has done that to me, y'all need to understand, I play a lot of games. I played a lot of broken ones, but that shit it's the difference between broke, incomplete. It was all that and it was unplayable. I could not fucking play the game. I couldn't play the game. And I documented, so can't nobody ever say that I'm talking about this after the fact, yeah, which I am, but I documented all my entire experience. I played the entire, not the entire game, but I played a lot of the game on stream. I got all the receipts necessary. They sold me a fucking lie. Couldn't play it. Goddamn, could not fucking play it. Only game I've ever played in a recent game, what I just was literally like, I have a game in which I don't know if my PlayStation 5 is going to blow the fuck up if I keep playing this game. Error codes I ain't never fucking seen before. Just what the fuck was that? Yeah, man, Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? Old lying motherfuckers. Let me get to some of these super chats. Lying ass motherfuckers. That's what they are. Joe Music with a 5 said, Young nervously drinks water. Nigga could shit on Avengers microtransactions until the wheels fall off, but Cyberbug, he tiptoeing on. He was tiptoeing like a motherfucker, and everybody knew it was fucked when it released. Everybody knew it was fucked. Young who had been shilling for this game and this fucking company, skirting around the fucking issue. Oh, but Avengers has cosmetic microtransactions. Faint on the couch. Oh. How could they? Well, shit, at least I could play Avengers. Shit. At least I could play that goddamn game. Say what you will, as much as I shat on that game, at least I could play it. At least I could play that damn game. As fucked as that game was, and y'all heard all my fucking long form criticism of that goddamn game, at least I could play that game. I could not play fucking Cyberpunk. It was unfucking playable, literally unplayable upon release. Mr. Reed said with $25, says Facts Ripper. Also, Razorfist saw the writing on the wall for Cyberpunk 2077. Where he did some solid content on that as well. Appreciate that, Mr. Reese with a 25. Appreciate that. I'm just saying, man, like, if you're gonna be critical of an aspect, I just want, because this is me. I don't criticize. I think a lot of people, they take the easy way out and they criticize aspects of like a particular industry because it validates a preconceived notion. Whereas I honestly want to see the good in the industry. So I cannot afford to only acknowledge something when it's convenient for whatever preconceived notion it is that I have. That's what so many gaming content creators do. And that's why they were sold on the lie that was Cyberpunk. And this is why they led with that, and why so many people allowed that fucking company to trick them into act. Again, that was among one of the worst because it was overhyped, because they flat out lied about what the game was going to be, and the fact that I couldn't fucking play it. If Cyberpunk is so unplayable, how did I play through it 4 times? It is, when did this game come out? It is April 22nd of 2020 fucking 22. If it's playable now, okay, but it was unplayable, and don't be disingenuous and act like we just making shit up or like I was the only person that it was unplayable for. No. If you're doing that, you're being disingenuous. Don't be a fucking crackhead. We know what happened. I mean, do you need a reminder of them taking the bitch off the PlayStation Store? Do you need a reminder of them issuing out the refunds it is that they were issuing out? Do you need a reminder of them coming at themselves and saying that the game was busted, especially for previous generation? They acknowledge that. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? Ain't like I'm making this shit. I can take issue. I take exception to that. Motherfucker acting like we just sit here making shit up. Oh, how did I play through it 4 times? That requires you to fucking completely ignore everything it was that was going. You must be literally living in a motherfucking bubble. I just showed you a video of the game crashing nonstop. What, did I just make that shit up? The fuck is this? Why I don't read the chat. That's why I don't read it. Joe Music said with a 5, in the perfect world for the 400 episode, we get the release of the Ripperverse. Just throwing it out there. I see where you're going with that. I see. Appreciate that, Joe Music. Also, Mr. Reese, that 25 ain't cheap. That's a lot of fucking money. Voodoo. The problems that I had were not unique to my problems. The problems were on par for the entire fucking game's initial release. So you were an outlier. I'm not like making shit. Don't apologize to me. Stop being a dickhead acting like I made that shit up. It was unplayable. It was unplayable for a lot of people. Again, it was a unique scenario where they took it down from the store. They took it off of the place. You couldn't get it anymore. It was so broken. Why am I reading the chat? Hell, I played through it. My review was like me playing through it for 96 hours or some shit. So I obviously played it. That doesn't mean that, because I played it on PC and was able to complete it, therefore it didn't have any problems. What the fuck, man? What kind of dumbass shit is that? Granted, yeah, I had to play it on a completely different fucking console, and it still wasn't optimized. Again, potato settings in order to get over 60 fucking, I'm telling you, people got people with the latest fucking graphics settings, latest fucking graphics card, and I mean, it's bringing it to its knees, man. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.